And welcome to Northeast Community College. I'm Pam Sawfeld, and this is Northeast Squares. Welcome to Northeast Squares. Again, I'm Pam Sawfeld, and it's time to meet our contestants for today. Playing for the circle is Marissa. Marissa, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your major, where you're from?
Well, I'm a mass media major, and I'll be graduating here in May, and I'll be transferring to Sioux Falls to finish my degree, and I'm from Laurel, Nebraska.
Very good. Thank you, Marissa. Yeah, thank you very much. And playing for the X will be Nate. Nate, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a criminal justice major. I will have one more year here at Northeast. I am from Cherokee, Iowa.
Very good. Well, welcome to Marissa. Welcome to Nate. Good luck to both of you. And the whole point of this game is to block each other. It's just like tic-tac-toe. So we've got squares up there, celebrity squares. We're going to meet in just a little bit. And the rules of the game are as follows. So we will have one of our teammates will pick the square that they want. I will ask that celebrity a question. That person will respond, and then you will have the question repeated to you, and you will have an opportunity to agree or disagree with our celebrity squares. The point system are as follows. Round 1, 1 point. Round 2, 2 points. And round 3, what do you think?
3 points.
Woo! 3 points. You don't get any score for that right now, but at least you're on your toes. So now, let's meet our celebrity squares. Carissa Kolath, Director of Student Activities. Lyle Cottle, Dean of Applied Technology. Chris Burback, Agriculture Instructor. Marcus Clapp, Baseball Coach. Dr. Wade Hurley, Dean of Business and Technology. Angie Schaefer, Business Instructor. Brian Anderson, Broadcasting Instructor. Michael Holcomb, CAD and Drafting Instructor. And our center square is occupied by Dr. Michael Chips, President of Northeast Community College. Thank you for their time and hopefully for the correct answers. Marissa, Nate, are you ready to play Northeast Squares?
I think so.
All right, very good. So, how we determined who went first? Before we began, we had a rock, paper, scissors contest, and so, Nate, you were the winner of that contest, so you choose first. Which one of our celebrity squares would you like to start with?
Let's start with Brian Anderson.
Brian Anderson. So, Brian, here's your question. What is the sleepiest animal in the world, sleeping around 22 hours each day?
The sleepiest animal in the world. It's got to be the sloth.
The sloth. Good answer. Nate, you have to decide if it is the answer. So once again, that question is, what is the sleepiest animal in the world, sleeping around 22 hours each day? And the answer is not Brian Anderson, by the way. It's sloth. He said sloth. Do you agree or disagree?
I'm going to agree with him on that one.
You're going to agree with him. That seems like a really good answer, but it's not the correct answer. The correct answer is actually the koala. The koala bear gets so little energy from its food, the eucalyptus, which means the square goes with a circle for Marissa. So Marissa got that first score on that one. Still early in the game. Marissa, you get to choose.
I choose Dr. Chips, please.
Dr. Chips, center square. Dr. Chips, what major U.S. city is known as the Windy City?
Oh, that's an easy one to start with. That's Chicago. And it's not known for its windiness. It's known for its politicians.
Ah, very good. So a little bit of extra there for you. Again, what major U.S. city is known as the Windy City? Dr. Chips says Chicago. And what do you say, Marissa?
I agree with Dr. Chips. I think he's right.
You agree with Dr. Chips. Are you just agreeing with Dr. Chips because he is Dr. Chips, or do you really think it's right?
I don't think he would steer me wrong, but I really think that's right.
All right. She says Chicago. He says Chicago. And Chicago is the right answer. So look at there. We've got the circle there. So Nate, it's your choice.
Let's go Lyle Cottle.
Lyle Cottle to block. So Lyle, from the comic Peanuts, what breed of dog was Snoopy?
Basset Hound.
Basset Hound. Basset Hound. So Nate, what do you think? From the Peanuts comic strip, Snoopy the dog, what breed was he? Mr. Cottle says Basset Hound. Do you agree or disagree?
I'm gonna disagree. I don't think it's a Basset Hound.
Okay, you're going to disagree. And you were right to disagree because the answer is really Beagle. He's a beagle inspired by Schultz's childhood dog, Spike. So you got the block, Nate. There we go. So Marissa, it's an open board for you, wherever you want to choose.
I think that I'm going to go with Angie Schaefer, please.
Angie Schaefer. All right, Angie, here's your question for Marissa. The Dewey Decimal System is used to categorize what?
The height of various students. Library books, categories, and where they're placed.
Oh, you silly girl, silly girl. I believe the answer she really gave there was about books. Books and where they are categorized. So, Marissa, I'm going to repeat that for you again. The Dewey Decimal System is used to categorize what? Angie says, after her smarty pants response, said books. What do you think?
I think that sounds right. I think she's right. I agree.
Okay. And she is correct. It is books. It is the category by which we categorize in libraries. So I think you've been to some libraries. Angie's been to some libraries. Nate, have you been to some libraries?
Yes.
So we all know the Dewey Decimal System. But look at there. So that gives us a circle on the board for Marissa. Nate, to block. Choose.
Let's go Chris Burback.
Chris Burback to block. Chris, who invented the telephone?
Alexander Bell.
Alexander Bell. So his answer is Alexander Bell. Did Alexander Bell invent the telephone, Nate?
I think so. I'm going to agree with him on that one.
You're going to agree.
Yeah.
And that is correct. Alexander Graham Bell. His first words on the phone were, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want you." All right. And that blocked that score. So, Marissa, it's up to you. Next choice.
I'm going to go with Carissa Kolath.
Carissa Kolath. Carissa, here's your question. What was the highest selling album in the 1980s in the U.S.?
I'm trying to think for a second. The soundtrack to Dirty Dancing. Everybody had that.
Okay. Do you agree or disagree, Marissa, with Carissa? Carissa and Marissa. Marissa and Carissa. Do you agree with Carissa, Marissa?
I agree.
You agree. Actually, the answer was Thriller, Michael Jackson's sixth studio album, Thriller. So that point goes to Nate, the X. So there's where we have it, Nate. Choose your next celebrity square.
Let's go with Marcus Clapp.
Marcus Clapp. Marcus is here, so there we are. Oh, Marcus, this is a great question for you. What is Wonder Woman's public persona?
She goes by Susan Brand.
Susan Brand. Susan Brand. He seemed pretty confident there, Nate. Are you confident in his confidence? Wonder Woman's public persona, Susan Brand.
I'm not a big comic book person, so I'm gonna agree with him.
You are going to agree, Susan
Yes.
Brand. He seemed pretty confident. Unfortunately, he is incorrect. The answer is Diana Prince. Diana Prince. So that gives the circle to Marissa. So Marissa, you get to choose.
I'm going to go with Dr. Wade Hurley, please.
Dr. Hurley. Dr. Hurley, here's your question. Where is the tallest mountain on Earth?
Alaska.
Alaska. Alaska. So, Marissa, you're going to go with Dr. Hurley's answer. He says the tallest mountain on Earth is in Alaska.
Well, I think the tallest mountain is Mount Everest. I might be wrong. I don't think it's in Alaska. I'm going to disagree.
You disagreed with him. And it's a good thing you did, because the answer was not Alaska, but actually in Hawaii, believe it or not. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that you thought it was Mount Everest, because you get the circle and you get the round. So round one goes to Marissa. It was Mauna Kea in Hawaii, measures from base to peak 33,480 feet.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
All right. Well, you ponder that while we take a break on Northeast Squares. We'll be right back.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
My name is Carly. I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Like, yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor, because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
And welcome back to Northeast Squares. I'm Pam Sawfeld. With me are our 2 contestants, Marissa and Nate. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Pretty confident.
All right, very good. Well, it's good that you feel confident, Marissa, because right now Marissa won round 1, and that means she got 6 points. Nate, you're still in the game, though, with 3 points. But round 2 is slightly different because you get 2 points for each correct answer. So the points are just going to keep on adding up, and it's anyone's game at this point. So let's go ahead and begin. The board is cleared, so you have an open shot. And we'll begin with Nate this time. Nate?
Let's go Dr. Chips.
Dr. Chips, center square. Dr. Chips, what is the national animal of Scotland?
It's the Scotty.
The Scotty.
Not biscotti like the coffee. That is the Scotty dog.
We got it. We got it. So we think that the national animal of Scotland is the Scotty. Seems to make sense, but you need to determine, Nate, whether you agree or disagree with that answer.
I'm gonna disagree.
Going to disagree with, are you sure? It's the president of the college.
Yeah, there's just something saying I should just disagree with that one.
Something saying that. Well, it's good that you followed that feeling, because he is incorrect. It is not the Scotty, so you are correct by disagreeing. It is the unicorn. Oh. The unicorn, because the unicorn supposedly is a natural enemy of lions, and the symbol of England is the lion, and those two countries don't get along very well. We know that. So, look at there. Nate, you have the X for the center square. Marissa, you get to choose next.
All right, I think I'm going to go with Chris Burbach, please.
Chris Burbach. Here we go. Chris Burbach, here's your question. Of which element is the sun composed of most?
That would be hydrogen.
Hydrogen is his answer. Marissa, what element is the sun composed of the most? And Chris says hydrogen. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
You disagree with Chris.
Yes.
It is not hydrogen. You should have agreed with him, because hydrogen is the answer. Actually, it makes up about 70% of our sun. So this point goes over to Nate. Nate gets the X, and Nate also gets to choose.
Let's go with Michael Holcomb.
Michael Holcomb, potentially for the win. Did you see that?
Yes.
All right, just want to make sure. Here we go. Michael, who composed the popular piano piece known as Clair de Lune?
That piano piece, I'm going to say that it would have been Mozart.
Mozart. So he says Mozart. Who composed the popular piano piece known as Clair de Lune? He says Mozart. This is for the win of this round. Nate, no pressure there, but do you agree or disagree with him? His answer was Mozart.
Let's see. I'm gonna agree with him.
You're going to agree.
Yeah.
See if he knows his piano composers. Unfortunately, he does not know his piano composers, at least not this time. Clair de Lune was written by Claude Debussy. He composed it at age 28 and revised it 15 years later. So, no win on that one. Marissa, that means you get to choose next.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick Lyle Cottle, please.
Lyle Cottle. So Lyle, here's your question. In the pH scale, what is the opposite of an alkaline?
Acid.
Acid.
That reduces the pH.
Oh, okay. He looks pretty confident.
If I recall.
He says, oh, he's still talking. He thinks it's acid. Again, it's in the pH scale. What is the opposite of an alkaline? Mr. Cottle says an acid, and then kept on talking.
Well, he is a dean, and he seemed pretty confident. I think I'm going to agree.
You'll agree with him that it's an acid.
I think so.
That was a good choice, because that is correct, and he knew what he was talking about. It is an acid.
Cool.
So, you get the circle there. Nate, but you get the opportunity to block her.
Let's go Carissa Collett.
Carissa, here we go. Carissa, in what century did mathematicians first use plus and minus signs?
Oh, I totally know this one because I minored in mathematics in college, and that was in the 14th century.
Wow. have to decide if you're going to believe any of that she said. Any of it that she said. So again, Nate, in what century did mathematicians first use plus and minus signs? She says 14th century.
Oh. I don't know my math history that well. So I'm going to agree with her.
You are going to agree with her
Yes.
because she says she majored in math.
Yes.
I think she's pulling your leg because the answer is actually the 16th century. And that means, Marissa, you get the circle on that. So Nate, because you got that wrong, the point goes to Marissa, which means the circle goes to Marissa, which means round 2 goes to Marissa. That's okay. We still have another round to go, but we first have to break for our sponsors. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back to round 3. Don't go away on Northeast Squares.
Take a good look at yourself. Oh, yeah. And turn. Oh, very nice. Check that smooth backside one more time. No, really. Check it. Do you see any changing or suspicious spots? It's your skin, and it's important. If you're a man over 50, you're in the group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the cancer that kills 1 person every hour. When detected early, skin cancer is highly treatable. Check yourself out and find someone else to help. Learn more about what to look for at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
And welcome back to Northeast Squares. Pam Soffold with you, and we have quite a game going on here because we have Marissa right now leading with 14 points. But Nate, you're not out of the game yet. 7 points for you. And the good news for you is this next round is worth 3 points each. This is the final round, so this determines our winner, but 3 points each. So everybody is in the game, and so we're going to go ahead and play. Again, our celebrity board is cleared, so we can choose at anyone. Marissa, you get to choose first this round.
All right, I'm going to pick Marcus Clapp.
Marcus. Marcus, answer this question. What fictional character lived at 221B Baker Street in London?
I believe that's Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear makes sense. There is a Paddington station in London, so Paddington Bear. Marissa, again, I'm going to repeat the question. What fictional character lived at 221B Baker Street in London? And Marcus says Paddington Bear. What do you say?
I agree, because that's the answer I was going to say.
You agree because you were thinking the same thing. You two were thinking the very same thing. Well, you two are both wrong because it's not Paddington Bear. It's the famous detective Sherlock Holmes.
No.
Paddington Bear was at Paddington train station. So no score there for you, but an X on the board for Nate. Nate, starting off round 3 in a good way. Let's keep it up. So choose your celebrity square.
Let's go Carissa Caller.
Carissa, here's a question for you from way back. What was the first music video played on MTV? I remember this one. Oh.
I know this one. Video killed the radio star.
And she seems to think she knows this one too. Video killed the radio star is her answer. Was it the first music video played on MTV?
I don't think so. I'm going to disagree on
You're
her.
going to disagree. She seemed pretty confident, but you're going to disagree. All right. You should have stayed with her answer because that is correct by the Buggles. We've got video killed the radio star, which means, Marissa, it's back at you with the circle. Yes, so we've got X on the board for Nate and a circle on the board for Marissa. Marissa, it's your choice.
Dr. Chips.
Dr. Chips. Dr. Chips, what country is the duck-billed platypus the native to?
Well, I don't know. They swim between Antarctica and let's see, New Zealand, and they swim over by Australia. Boom, 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 boom. Australia. I'm going with that as an answer anyway. I'll see.
So your answer is Australia. All right, very good. So duck-billed platypus, to what country is it native? He says Australia. Do you agree or disagree?
I think he's right. I agree.
You agree. And that is correct. Australia is the answer. Duck-billed platypus, indigenous to Australia. So you're on the board with 2 circles. Nate, choose your celebrity square.
Let's go with Angie Schaefer.
Angie Schaefer to block. Angie, what is Canada's capital city?
That would be Ontario.
Ontario. Nate, Angie says the capital of Canada is Ontario. What do you say? Agree or disagree?
I'm going to agree with it.
You're going to agree. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. The answer is Ottawa. Ottawa. So we are in an interesting situation here with the board. Marissa, you got the circle, but we will be back right after this with the point totals.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Today, a new creature walks among us, terrorizing innocent citizens. Until this threat can be contained, we must all be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers.
Dude!
They're not looking out for you.
Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected with strong, healthy bones.
We're back with Northeast Squares. Pam Salfeld with you, and we have Marissa and Nate. We have had an exciting time on Northeast Squares. Marissa took that last round. She had the 3 O's in a row, but it's all about the points. It's all about the points. So let's see how our point totals were. After 3 rounds, Nate, you had 10 points. 10 points. Marissa, after 3 rounds, your total points were 23 points, which means our Northeast Squares winner is Marissa. Now, Nate, don't feel bad because you don't go away empty-handed. You get a lifetime supply of Hamburger Helper, and you get an autographed copy of this program to take home and show your loved ones. Very good. Marissa, bragging rights for you, as well as he has to feed you at least a couple meals of Hamburger Helper for you. So those are your prizes, and congratulations to both of you. Thanks for playing, and thank you for joining us on Northeast Squares. I'm Pam Salfeld. Join us again next time.